Section 3.2. Serving the voters as an ED table inspector. Overview of the voting process as an ED table inspector, page 49. Step 1. Get your ballot. Voters who do not know their ED/AD number should stop at the information table first for directions. Voters will then go to their designated ED/AD table to sign in on the e-poll book. After signing the e-poll book, the inspector at the ED/AD table will issue a paper scannable ballot inside a black striped privacy sleeve, which has instructions on how to mark the ballot. Special situations, including affidavit ballots and court order, are addressed in the Basic Poll Worker Manual. E-Poll Book Training, Election Day Scenarios. In the following slides, you will go through serving a few different types of voters that you may encounter on Election Day. These scenarios are meant to familiarize you with screen prompts on the e-poll book. The simulated e-poll book screen images are not interactive. Please click the Next button at the bottom of the screen to move on to the next slide. E-poll book training, Election Day scenarios. Remember, there's no need to memorize. As with all Election Day procedures, special situations and troubleshooting solutions are located in your Basic Poll Worker Manual and your e-poll book manual. E-poll book training, setup. Let's begin with unpacking the e-poll book. First, remove lime green e-poll bookcase from ED supply cart and place on your table. Lay the case down with the handles facing you and push down on the gray latches to unclasp the latches. E-poll book training, setup. Now lift the lid and remove the following items: e-poll book, iPad, e-poll book base, e-poll book stand arm, folded underneath base, e-poll book placemat. E-poll book training, setup. Lay e-poll book screen side down on top of your Basic Poll Worker Manual with the white barcode sticker on top. Make sure e-poll book serial number matches case tag serial number. Let's close the case by lifting the latches. Clasp to lock lid shut and store in the bottom of your ED supply cart. E-poll book training, assembly. Fully extend arm and press down on the green side buttons to place into circular opening of e-poll book clear case. Release green buttons and make sure you hear a click to secure it in place. E-poll book training, assembly. Take arm and insert thumbs into U-shaped opening. Grabbing hold of the arm, insert firmly into base. Once attached, rotate the e-poll book to make sure the serial number sticker on the back is on top. E-poll book training, powering on. Position e-poll book in red circle of the placemat. Press once on the power button on the top left-hand side of the e-poll book. E-poll book training, powering on. Screen loads into the e-poll book Get Started home screen. Let's go over the different icons and information we have on the home screen. E-poll book, home screen checklist. Battery life. Check-ins, 0. Name of jurisdiction, election name and date, AD/ED and poll site name. For example, pictured left, the first two numbers are the AD, 23. The next three numbers are the ED, 024. So this e-poll book is assigned to ED table 02423. Next, let's tap on Get Started. E-poll book, scan barcode, page 50. Now let's practice serving a voter who approaches and offers their Voter FastPass tag or card. Ask the voter to place their Voter FastPass tag or card on the placemat in the red box for a contactless check-in. E-poll book, scan barcode. Let the voter know that the Voter FastPass tag or card should have the barcode facing up in the red box on the placemat. Next, we can tap on Scan Barcode. E-poll book, confirming voter record. Voter record is automatically located, and it will display voter name, date of birth, and address. Voter confirms their information, and you can now tap on Accept. Let's practice processing this voter successfully. E-poll book, capturing voter signature. You would first rotate the e-poll book. The arm swivels in the base, so no need to lift off the table, to allow the voter to sign with the stylus end of their pen. Rotate the e-poll book back toward yourself and tap Done Signing. E-poll book, confirm signatures and poll worker initials. Next, you would confirm the voter signature captured matches their voter signature on file in their record. Then you can put your initials in the poll worker initials box. Now you can tap on Submit. E-poll book, voter processed successfully. You will see the Processed Successfully screen. Tap on Done to continue. Check-in count goes up by 1. Now let's go over how to issue a scannable ballot. E-poll book, ballot accountability, page 51. When issuing a scannable ballot, you must mark off the next available number on the manual ballot tally sheet, which is on the back of the return of canvas. Place a scannable ballot into a black striped privacy sleeve. Offer an I voted sticker. ED Table Inspector Job, 2-sheet ballot, page 52. If there is a 2-sheet ballot, be certain each voter receives both sheets of the ballot. 2-sheet ballots will be packaged with page separators. This allows ED Table inspectors to clearly identify the next set of ballot pages. A recycling envelope will be included to store the separator sheets. Ballot package cover, ballot package, page separator, recycling envelope for removed page separators. ED Table Inspector Job, 2-sheet ballot, page 53. If there is a 2-sheet ballot, each sheet of the ballot will have its own style number. You will have 2 tick sheets, one for each style number. Be certain both tick sheets are on the ED table and that you mark both of them for each ballot. E-poll book, manual entry. Let's practice using manual entry to look up a voter. Tap on Manual Entry on the home screen. E-poll book, manual entry. Text fields for last name and first name will appear on the screen with a keyboard. Tap on the text field for last name. Ask the voter for the first 3 letters of their last name and type it in. Next, tap on the text field for first name. Ask the voter for the first 3 letters of their first name and type it in. Now we can tap Search. E-poll book, advanced search. When ED table inspectors are unable to locate a voter by name, use the advanced search function in manual entry. You can search by date of birth or address. Poll book, manual entry. Text fields for last name and first name will appear on the screen with a keyboard. Tap on the text field for last name. Ask the voter for the first 3 letters of their last name and type it in. Next, tap on the text field for first name. Ask the voter for the first 3 letters of their first name and type it in. Now we can tap Search. E-Poll book, inactive voter. Voter record indicates they are an inactive voter. Tap on the voter record. E-Poll book, inactive voter. Voter record displays the following options: Issue affidavit option, Issue court order option, Close voter record option. The screen prompts confirm that this registered voter is inactive. You must give the voter the notice to voters. E-Poll book, inactive voter. All inactive voters must be issued a copy of Notice to Voters found in the blue table display. This must be given to the voter regardless if they choose to vote or not. Once issued, you may proceed to serve the inactive voter. E-Poll book, inactive voter. Let the voter know that their 2 options are vote by affidavit, receive a certificate to obtain a court order. The voter would then have to visit the borough office to see the judge who will rule on the matter. This voter chooses to vote by affidavit. Tap on Issue Affidavit. E-Poll book, affidavit voter. Voter record will now display with a red affidavit banner. Tap on Accept. Voter does not sign the e-poll book, and the Capture a Signature screen will not appear. E-Poll book, affidavit voter. Initial the poll worker box and tap on Submit. Affidavit voter is processed successfully. Let's tap on Done. Check-in count does not increase because you will not be issuing a scannable ballot. E-Poll book, affidavit voter, page 64. Issue an unscannable affidavit ballot in a red striped affidavit privacy sleeve, along with voter rights flyer, notice to voters, and an affidavit envelope. Unscannable affidavit ballot, red striped privacy sleeve, voter rights, notice to voters, affidavit envelope. E-Poll book, affidavit voter, page 65. Remind all affidavit voters that they will mark their ballot and seal only the ballot inside the affidavit envelope. ED table inspectors must utilize the highlighted affidavit oath card when receiving a completed affidavit from a voter. Verify that all required entries on the affidavit envelopes are completed before allowing the affidavit voter to leave your table. Poll worker has entered the borough and AD/ED of their ED table. Section A. Voter information has been completed. Section B. Voter has checked off one option. Section C. Voter has completed qualifications, identification, and political party questions. Section D. Voter has signed, dated, and sealed the affidavit envelope. E-Poll book, affidavit voter, page 67. Record voter in affidavit ballot log stored in the gray transport bag. Place sealed affidavit envelope into large A envelope. E-poll book. Voter in wrong location. Another common special situation you may encounter is when a voter record is labeled as wrong location. First, let's confirm with the voter their information on file. Last name, Elliott. First name, Jeffrey. Date of birth, 5/25/1986. 22 Graham Place, Breezy Point, New York, 11697. Once confirmed, tap on the voter record to proceed. E-poll book. Voter in wrong location. Voter record displays the following options: display map option, issue affidavit option, issue court order request form option, close voter record option. E-poll book. Wrong location. Follow the screen prompts to best serve this voter. Press display map and tell the voter their correct poll site. If the voter insists at voting at the wrong location, you may issue them an affidavit ballot. Also inform the voter that ballots cast in the wrong location will not be counted. E-poll book. Voter in wrong location. Let's follow the first prompt of telling the voter their correct poll site. Tap on display map. E-poll book. Right poll site, wrong ED table. Voters' correct poll site and ED/AD are displayed with directions. Some voters may just be at the wrong ED table in the right poll site. Verify this before issuing an affidavit ballot. Tap on Start Over to serve the next voter in line. E-poll book. Right poll site, wrong ED table. We are now sent back to the voter record selection screen. Now let's clear the text fields to be ready to enter the next voter's name. E-poll book. Looking up a regular voter. Let's practice using manual entry again. Last name, Allen. Type the first 3 letters. First name, Shirley. Type the first 3 letters. Tap on Search. E-poll book. Confirming voter record. Tap on the voter record to continue. Confirm date of birth and address. DOB 3/9/1982. 87-10 149 Avenue 1N. Tap on Accept. E-poll book. Capturing voter signature. You would then rotate the e-poll book to allow the voter to sign with the stylus end of their pen. Then you would rotate the e-poll book back toward yourself and tap Done Signing. E-poll book. Capturing voter signature. You would then confirm voter signature captured matches voter signature on file and put your initials in the poll worker initials box. Tap on Submit to process voter. Processed successfully screen appears and tap on Done to continue. E-poll book. Voiding a ballot. Shirley Allen comes back to the ED table saying she made a mistake and requests a new ballot. Using manual entry, bring up Shirley Allen's voter record again. Voter record is highlighted as voted. Tap on Voter Record. E-poll book. Voiding a ballot. The screen prompt reminds you that if a voter requests a replacement ballot, they must return the spoiled ballot before you can issue a new scannable ballot. E-poll book. Voiding a ballot. Fold the returned spoiled ballot in half and write Void-V across the middle and put into void ballot envelope. Mark a V for voter errors or a P for poll worker errors. Poll worker errors can be ballot jams on equipment that damage the ballot, or a ballot tears as poll worker removes it from the ballot package. E-Poll Book, voiding a ballot. Tap on Void Ballot in the voter record and enter password 3242. E-Poll Book, voiding a ballot. Tap on the ballot style number for your ED table to confirm the ballot you are voiding matches. Back of ballot, lower right corner. E-Poll Book will display how many tries the voter has left. Currently 2. Once we issue second ballot, the count will go down to 1. Tap on voter error as the reason. E-Poll Book, voiding a ballot. If reason is poll worker error, do not record in E-Poll Book. It does not count as one of the voter's 3 attempts. Lastly, let's tap on Void Ballot. Voter can now be issued a second scannable ballot in a black striped privacy sleeve. ED Table, voiding 2-sheet ballots, page 54. Voiding a 2-page ballot, both sheets returned. All voided ballots are to be placed in the void paper ballot envelope. Voter returns with both sheets of 2-page ballot. ED Table Inspector will void both pages. ED Table Inspector will issue new set of 2-page ballot from package. ED Table, voiding 2-sheet ballots, page 55. Voiding a 2-page ballot. Only page 1 is returned. All voided ballots are to be placed in the void paper ballot envelope. ED Table Inspector will void the returned page 1. ED Table Inspector will issue only page 1 from a new set of 2-page ballot. ED Table Inspector will void page 2 from new set of 2-page ballot. ED Table, voiding 2-sheet ballots, page 56. Voiding a 2-page ballot. Only page 2 is returned. All voided ballots are to be placed in the void paper ballot envelope. ED Table Inspector will void the returned page 2. ED Table Inspector will issue only page 2 from a new set of 2-page ballots. ED Table Inspector will void page 1 from new set of 2-page ballots. E-Poll Book, voter needs assistance. In the next scenario, we will serve a voter that needs assistance. The next voter in line has his brother in line with him. Let's manually look up this voter. Stephen Dilworth, date of birth, 8/14/1935, 23 Monroe Street, apartment 2D. E-Poll Book, voter needs assistance. Ask Stephen to sign his name and tap on Done Signing. On the next screen, tap on the Assistance Required checkbox. E-Poll Book, Voter Assistance Oath. You must issue a copy of the Voter Assistance Oath and have the voter and the person assisting them with their ballot completely fill out the form before issuing the ballot. The voter must complete the top portion of the Voter Assistance Oath form first. E-Poll Book, Voter Assistance Oath. You will then administer the oath to the voter by asking them to raise their right hand and ask, "Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the statements you made on this form are true, accurate, and correct?" After administering the first oath to the voter, you will sign the Inspector of Elections line in the top half of the form. E-Poll Book, Voter Assistance Oath. The person assisting the voter must complete the bottom portion of the form now. Next, you must administer a second oath by asking the person assisting the voter to raise their right hand and ask, "Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the statements you made on this form are true, accurate, and correct?" E-Poll Book, Voter Assistance Oath. After administering the oath to the person assisting the voter, you will sign the Inspector of Elections line in the bottom of the form. You must check to be certain all blank sections are filled in on the form before issuing the ballot. E-Poll Book, Voter Assistance Oath. Place all signed voter assistance oaths in the envelope marked Assistance Oaths envelope, and place the envelope into the gray transport bag at the end of the night. E-Poll Book, Voter Needs Assistance. Put your initials in the poll worker box and tap on Submit. Processed successfully screen appears. Let's tap on Done. You can now issue a scannable ballot to this voter in a black striped privacy sleeve. E-Poll Book, Poll Watchers. Poll watchers can examine the e-poll book once their certificate is verified by the coordinator. Poll watchers must wait until you have no voters waiting to be served at your ED table. Tap on Menu in the top left corner of the home screen. Tap on white bubble for Summary Report. E-Poll Book, Poll Watchers. Tap on Checked-in Voters to show the list to the poll watcher. The poll watcher can scroll through the list. Remember, they may not interrupt voting. If a voter arrives, the poll watcher must stop and step aside. Tap on Home in the upper right-hand corner to go back to the Get Started home screen. E-Poll Book Battery Pack Reminder. Monitor the e-poll book at the ED table. When the e-poll book displays below 50% of battery, there will be an included battery pack and lightning cable in the e-poll book lime green case. Remember to check the battery pack in the morning. Tap on the power button to see the remaining available charge left in the battery pack. There are 5 blue lights on top of the battery pack to indicate its charge levels. Emergency e-poll book. An emergency e-poll book will be packed in an orange case and stored in the lowest ED/AD. Do not open this e-poll book case unless the coordinator determines it is necessary. E-Poll Book, Scenario Completion. We hope that these scenarios have helped familiarize you with the follow-through process of the e-poll book. The e-poll book screen will guide you through all options and procedures necessary in serving the voters, with a prompt and instructions on the screen. The e-poll book manual and basic poll worker manual also contains all procedures should you get stuck on how to proceed in a special situation. ED Table Inspector Job, Serving the Voters, page 57. Examples of special situations you may encounter on Election Day. 1. Cannot find voter's name in e-poll book. 2. E-poll book shows no signature, wrong signature. 3. Voter questions party enrollment in a primary election. 4. E-poll book says ID required and ID cannot be produced. 5. Voter wants a new ballot, affidavit ballot. 6. Voter is in wrong poll site and insists on voting. ED Table Inspector Job, Serving the Voters, page 57. Examples of special situations you may encounter on Election Day. 7. Voter signs in wrong record, or voter is listed in e-poll book as already voted. 8. Voter is listed as inactive. 9. Voter has no contest in this election. 10. Voter cannot sign but makes a mark. 11. Voter is challenged. 12. Voter's age is in question. ED Table Inspector Job, Serving the Voters, page 57. Examples of special situations you may encounter on Election Day. 13. Voter moved with the same ED/AD or voter changed their name. 14. Voter needs assistance of interpreter. 15. Voter needs assistance other. 16. Voter wants a new ballot, scannable ballot. 17. Emergency ballots. 18. Smaller party primary. 19. Absentee ballots dropped off at Election Day poll site. ED Table Inspector Job. Serving the voters. Page 57. Procedures to resolve each situation are provided in detail on page 58 through 63. Remember, there's no need to memorize. Just refer to your basic poll worker manual on Election Day. Let's take our quiz for Section 3.2, Serving the Voters as an ED Table Inspector. Click Next to continue. One. Where in the manual do you find what to do if a voter has moved within the same ED or has changed their name? Please refer to page 57 in the Basic Manual for additional information. Click on the image to the right to zoom in on the referenced section from the Basic Manual. A. Page 59. B. Page 60. C. Page 61. D. Page 62. You did not choose the correct response. You did not choose the correct response. Please try again. You did not choose the correct response. Please try again. You did not choose the correct response. Please try again. That's right. You chose the correct response. 2. When are you allowed to ask the voter for ID? Please refer to page 59 in the Basic Manual for additional information. Click on the image to the right to zoom in on the referenced section from the Basic Manual. A. When ID required is next to their name in the e-poll book. B. When you don't recognize the voter. C. Ask every voter for ID. D. Never. You did not choose the correct response. Please try again. That's right. You chose the correct response. 3. If a voter is listed in the e-poll book as already voted, issue an affidavit ballot. Please refer to page 59 in the Basic Manual for additional information. Click on the image to the right to zoom in on the referenced section from the Basic Manual. A. True. B. False. You did not. That's right. You chose the correct response. Four. When a voter brings a completed affidavit ballot back to the ED table, what do you do? Please refer to page 64 of the Basic Manual for additional information. Click on the image to the right to zoom in on the referenced section from the Basic Manual. A. Put the envelope aside until later. B. Complete the inspector portion of the affidavit envelope. C. Tell the voter to take it to the coordinator. D. Send the voter away. That's right. You chose the correct response. Great job! You have successfully completed the quiz. Click Next below to continue. Congrats! You've reached the end of this section. Please click on Exit Activity above to continue.